Welcome to Dicejunkies. I'm Xenodamus. I'm here with
Q.
And Blood Axe is back after being sick last weekend.
That was
Have to.
How you feeling, Blood Axe?
some rough stuff. I don't wish that on anybody.
By the way, you know how stupid I am?
Oh, how stupid
I
are
just
you?
recently figured out that the dab is just the opposite of that. The look up and do this, the dab is just the opposite. That's all it is. It's literally just the opposite of that. Like the look up and do this to the down and this. That's all it was. I figured that out yesterday.
Okay.
And so, like, where did the dab come from? Somebody just said, I'm going to do the opposite of the flex. So if you didn't know that, then thank God I'm not the only idiot. And if you did know that, yeah, I'm slow.
I just didn't care.
Yeah, I still don't know where the hell planking came from. I've not been able to put that, like, what the heck was planking?
All right, so with that little tidbit, let's talk about DC and Warner Brothers FanDome event.
By the way, for those of you who are listening, what I was referring to is the famous, like, throw the arm up flex, pointing towards the sky, because you obviously wouldn't be able to see that. But yeah, like, apparently the dabs is just somebody reversed that and thought they were original.
So this past week, DC had their FanDome event, and along with that, they announced a lot of things. And The Verge put together the 9 biggest announcements, and so I thought we'd talk about them.
Suicide Squad looked weird. But
actually
it has Idris Elba, and man, he looks awesome.
Oh, you're talking about the actual movie Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
I was looking at the video game. Did you see
Never
the
heard
video
of it.
game trailer for Suicide Squad?
I've not heard. Okay, I've heard some things, and I didn't go look at the trailer because I did not like what I heard.
Oh, okay. It looked the trailer looked interesting to me. It's evil Superman.
Yeah, I know.
Assassination time. So
yeah, they kill Superman. And don't get me wrong, I'm not a huge Superman fan, but I'm also like, nah.
I mean, it's that light tongue in cheek of Suicide Squad.
Like that should last 5 seconds, and they're just a bunch of smears on a wall.
On top of that, you had the another video game, Gotham Knights.
That looked good. Good.
Yeah, it looked good. Had Robin and Batman in it. So.
I just like the dark style and tone. Like him on the Batcycle looked so good.
Yeah, I think there were some complaints about the broadcast subject not get updated. Hold on.
Boy,
check here.
Mr. Bloodek says nope, it didn't.
I updated it.
Mine says
all right, now it's updated correctly. I don't know why it didn't update correctly.
Look, man,
you're
about to become a D-list editor here.
I know.
We're gonna have to bust you down. Like, that's bad. You're dropping in your quality.
All right. So anyway,
can we get Michelle to edit us from New Orleans?
No,
long range editing.
There we go. Now it's updated.
Yeah. All right. So, but no, yeah, the Gotham looked really good. I heard there were some complaints about some of the people who got a chance to play through that the what was it? The Batmobile. They had some bad mechanics with the Batmobile because, of course, going through town, it's easier just to use your hook and fly in as Batman. So
rooftop travel is always going to be better because it's the straightest line.
Yeah. So to force the Batmobile into the game, they do some weird remote like Batmobile car battles in the middle of the game that you're forced to go through. So
I look forward to when they mod that out. Let's hear it for the modders.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, we've got this cool game. You get to swing around town, all this stuff, because everybody likes swinging around town. I mean, whether it's Spider-Man, Batman, whoever, or Prototype,
Ooh, boy, that was okay. I don't care what they said. That was a good game.
Yeah. I mean, the mechanic of being able to swing and fly through towns have always been a cool mechanic,
Yeah.
And but they wanted to get that Batmobile in there, so they just sort of through
like nobody actually wants the Spider motorcycle that Spider-Man had. Like that was for selling toys. We all know that.
Well,
like Spider-Man does not need a motorcycle.
That's just I guess one of those cases where a game tries to do something and because they want some cool element in there, instead of just doing what they do right a lot, They want to throw something else in there.
They should have just had the Batmobile be
Um,
cinematics. Like, look, here's a cool Batmobile scene. You show the rockets. It looks really awesome. And then you're done. I mean, there might be a few people that want to do it, but make it optional, people. Make it optional. Don't ever make it mandatory. I hate the mandatory crap mechanics. I do like the fact that they have a much better looking Robin. Both being a clear call out to the traditional outfit, but also not looking corny. The fact that they managed to hit this cool balance is awesome. That I look at Robin's outfit and I'm like, I like this. I see the original Robin in it, but it doesn't look ridiculous or as ridiculous as it could.
Mm-hmm.
And that really makes a difference to me in the quality of Robin. So I like this cooler Robin. Because, you know, Robin's a character like I liked back in the day. But, like, the original Robin outfit was really bad. So I love this. Look at that. That's a good damn design. Mm-hmm. Like, that's also, by the way, that's merchandise in there. Holy crap, dude. You could sell this jacket. I would buy this jacket.
Well, I mean, it's also cosplay material. So,
oh, hell yeah, man. The cosplay.
Something.
What's his name? Voodoo King might rock that.
Yeah.
No, he likes masks, though.
Yeah,
he likes a full face mask.
He's also a bigger guy, so I don't know how.
Hey, golden rule of cosplay: body types don't matter.
They do. I mean,
Voodoo King's more likely to do a good Bane just because he likes that style and the full face mask. I think he prefers to do to keep his identity private.
Let's all be honest here, man. If you see Fat Thor and he's not trying to be Fat Thor, he's just trying to be Thor, it's not as good of a costume as the guy who put the time into the gym, got ripped, and did a muscle-bound Thor.
The opinions expressed by Zeno do not represent the opinions of all members of Dicejunkies. We know too many cosplayers for me to agree with you.
I'm sorry, dude. Like, I'm not saying anything bad.
I mean, is it awesome when somebody's a dead ringer? Yes, but cosplay is not always about perfect accuracy. Sometimes it's about dressing up as your favorite character.
It's always about accuracy.
But I mean, the ones we take the pictures of the most, yeah, they probably look like Thor, when they do Thor. Or they do a really good, like that one dude who did a really good Fat Thor. I really wish he'd have wore a shirt anyway, but he did a great Fat Thor. Like he looked just like it. And I was like, yeah, you do. Please put on a shirt. Because it is weird when somebody uses an excuse to run around. And by the way, don't think that I'm being a prude. Even the ripped Luffy. I'm just weird. I'm not okay with anybody not having enough clothes on. I mean, I'm just like when somebody just shows up to the con shirtless, I'm just like, yes, you hit the gym, man, but you're not fully dressed. Like, come on.
Yeah. All right, so they also did, of course, they showed the Zack Snyder's Justice League that's coming to HBO. They showed Batman trailer.
You know what they didn't show?
What's that?
Static Shock.
No Static Shock.
Dude, Static Shock could be the Black Panther in DC. That character, everybody I know, all of my black friends, and a lot of my white friends, don't get me wrong, but almost all of my black friends go, man, you remember Static Shock? I hear that so often, man. Yeah, like, man, I don't know, man. I'll be auditioning on DC and be like, DC's okay. I don't like. And they go, what about Static Shock? And I'm like, all right, you got me, man. Static Shock was awesome. If they put out a Static Shock movie, it would be huge. I really wish they would do it. And what's even better, what's worse about them not doing it would be even better. He hits the age demographic. He's just the right age to get the young people into. Because, I mean, Static's like a teen.
Yeah. The only problem with this trailer is it's so dark.
Yeah, it almost seems it's incomplete.
Batman, so I mean, you're gonna have
it's
dark.
Psycho Batman. If you actually watch that trailer, he tries to kill that mofo, man. Their villains are looking at him. They're like, "What the hell?" He's just like, he's clearly feared by everybody. I kind of like this crazy Batman. That's a lot more frightening. That's interesting. I mean, yeah, I don't like the actor, that loser, but like, sorry, I still don't like dude. But even though that's a cool picture, I'll admit. But don't get me wrong, it doesn't mean I won't see the movie. I can dislike the actor as a person and still want to see the movie.
I'm trying to separate the actor from Twilight. Like, I did not like Twilight. I don't know if I don't like him or not.
No, I am.
I haven't seen him in anything. So, I mean, other than the time my ex-wife forced me to watch the first Twilight, I've not seen the dude in anything, so I
Oh
don't
no, I'm basing
know.
this on his own, his statements he made about working out and all that. Like just
all
these other people
That's
who
just weird Hollywood.
He's a
stuff,
lazy
though,
bastard, man. Look at the work Ben Affleck put in. Look at other people, man. This is the problem with these kids. They're lazy. He's a lazy bastard. He don't want to work out. You know you don't want to work out because you're lazy. Lazy son of a gun. I mean, if they paid me the money they're paying you to be in this movie, I'd be fine. I'd be like, yeah, I'll work out, especially if you got nothing else to do. You just sit around the damn house. Go ahead, man.
They give you a trainer to work out with. I mean, dude, it's not hard.
But
also, who doesn't want to be fit?
But COVID, man.
I mean, I wish I had a trainer and no day job where I could just work out and be fit. Who the hell doesn't want? Like, to me, that's weird that you don't want to be fit. I want to be fit, but I freaking have a job and I'm broke and healthy food's expensive. There's freaking reasons. I'm lazy. That's also a thing. But if you pay me that kind of money, I wouldn't be lazy. You give me that kind of money, I'll freaking look like whatever you want. Look at the guy that did Joker. What was his name? Joaquin Phoenix lost the weight so he'd be skinny so he could do the scene. Like, man, you look at these actors that work so hard. Look at her, Margot Robbie. Margot Robbie's
That's not Margot Robbie. That's a video game, but
yeah, but either way, Margot Robbie, despite all of her blah 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 talk, she's friggin'. You know what she ain't done? She ain't not been fine. She ain't put on no weight and got chubby. She's still cute.
All right,
and
so
slim.
this is the video game.
She diets and hits the gym. I bet
Suicide Squad that I was mentioning earlier. You've got a variety of the characters.
King Shark. You don't even know who that is. It's King Shark.
Oh, really?
He's a really smart guy.
King Shark?
Yeah.
I would have never guessed that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, right. You didn't know who he was.
Of course, I knew who he was.
Okay, what's his main skill?
I don't give a shit what his main skill is. I knew who he was.
He's good with technology. You didn't even know that. So you thought he was a big dumb shark, didn't you?
Yeah, I did actually, but I knew who he was.
All right.
So anyway, I don't know. It looked pretty good. I thought it.
I mean, it looks silly.
Of course, it's all CGI right now. There's no gameplay at all in this. So.
And you know what kind of sin that is to me? Like, I don't trust anything. Not like later on when we go over my topic, which is pure gameplay.
And I mean, it's got Superman in it. So.
It's got asshole, or maybe not. I don't even know. This is really evil Superman.
Well, yeah, he's got the little black eyes. You see, the eyes where he hadn't slept.
So basically,
in a while,
they're just ripping off Injustice then. And evil Superman. By the way, have you seen the trailer for the movie? Oh my God! For Amanda Waller, they put an afro on her name. That was some of the tacky. Like Amanda Waller, just an afro with some pearls and black hands. I'm just like,
catch this though, man.
Holy crap, man! He's got the COVID.
Boomerang.
The hell is that boomerang made out of that he flinched? I was like, holy crap, that must be a goddamn 500-ton boomerang. Because, dude, I'm not sure a boomerang will make me flinch.
I mean, yeah, it would make you. Have you not?
I'm joking, but Superman, it wouldn't.
No.
This is a dude who blinked a bullet. Bink. Look at that.
Maybe it caught him off guard. I don't know.
How the hell did he not know the boomerang was? See, this is how you know they're going to trump up some crap.
Because it's evil.
Because he could have clearly heard. He heard the boomerang when it was made.
How does Suicide Squad win against Superman? Obviously, there's something wrong there.
Yes, he has the COVID. You saw the eyes, man. It's in his blood. Oh, sorry, we're not allowed to say that. He's got the corona. No, wait, we're not allowed to say that. He's got the AIDS.
They also brought up Wonder Woman 1984.
Thank God that they didn't decide to switch the actress out for the one from that cover.
Then the actual Suicide Squad movie that was done by
that looked interesting. That's the one that has the trailer. Man, the Weasel looks creepy in that.
James
you want to talk about? Yeah, is that James Gunn? I thought it was Sean
James
Gunn.
Gunn did the.
It's his brother that does the Weasel, but the Weasel's character looks so frigging terrifying. He's got Uncanny Valley down to creep factor 100. But everybody, already several of the people I know for some reason are hyped about Polka Dot Man because he's so friggin' lame that they're just laughing their butts off and looking forward to seeing him. Because, I mean, I don't even know I don't know Polka Dot Man's powers at all, man. I could not tell you what the hell Polka Dot Man is supposed to be. But it is hilarious.
I have no idea.
There goes Margot.
who Polka Dot Man is.
If you see him, you'll recognize him because he's wearing he looks like Wonder Bread Man. I stole that from Double Toasted.
Okay.
That was their joke. No, he shows up. Wait a minute. Where's Polka Dot Man? He's in there. It's just, he's hard to find because why would they emphasize his presence?
I mean, you gotta show off Polka Dot Man.
You're sliding so fast. I like that he can see him like searching. Where's Polka Dot Man? No.
I am curious where Polka Dot Man is. Hey, that's awesome.
Oh, crap. King Shark's decided to have a snack. All right. Yeah, I like that. If you listen to the actual trailer, what it's like, oh, there's a lot of explosion here. Genital explosions, head explosions. It's like, wait, what was that first one?
Yeah.
Like, genital explosions?
That Polka Dot Man?
No. Where is he? Yeah, a lot of people believe Polka Dot Man died in the beginning, and I would not be surprised.
They may have pulled off, what was the grappler from the
He's
first
Polka Dot Man.
Yeah.
We're pretty sure he died. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Polka Dot Man didn't make it. He's probably not here because he's already dead.
Yeah. All right.
I'm not sure what about the orange person. Is that supposed to be Starfire? Or is that another? It could be a different Tamaranian. But all right, then. So, yeah,
She's
Suicide
orange,
Squad.
though.
Like I said, it could be a different member of the same race.
I'm just saying, at least she's orange, right?
Yeah, she's not a black prostitute this time. Which, by the way, means it's racist. They'll probably be hating on it.
Then you had
Twitter will be out.
The Flash's new costume was revealed, and then Adam Black with Dwayne Johnson.
Black Adam.
Black Adam. That's what I meant. I don't know. I mean, as long as you just throw black in there for the black character, that's how superheroes work, right?
Who's Adam Black? Jack Black's less talented brother.
I don't know.
Okay, anyway, Black Adam with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And also he's a villain, so I actually want to see a villain movie that actually has superpowers in it. I'm sorry, but the Joker was good, but it also was slow.
No real footage there. They just showed some art. I mean, it's 2 years out.
I know, now the movies are pulling the video game trick. There's no real movie footage.
No real movie, yeah.
CGI trailers for everything. Holy crap, even the movies now are like no real movie footage shown. Just CGI. Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, well, DC, they have no...
but you don't really need it. I mean, I know what to expect.
No holy cow or...
Long as, Dwayne doesn't floss, I'll be fine. No flossing, all right? I've had enough flossing.
All right. Anyway, I guess this is 2021, so it should be next year, right?
Yeah. It might even hit a theater. Probably
Maybe.
not, but might.
I mean, I saw where some theaters are opening back up, man. They got scared because Disney was starting to sell tickets online. So
it's not gonna work. I mean, well, put it like this: they won't get a lot of repeat. They go to the movie, they won't be healthy enough to go back the second time. That'll solve itself. Let's go sit in this room together for an extended period of time. Let's see how that plays out.
Oh, so what do you think about the DC announcements, Blood Axe? You look very
Marcus Phoenixy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they fuck your tomatoes
No,
up?
I'm not super into DC unless it's Batman, and I haven't seen a good Batman since Christian Bale quit playing it. Actually, the second one that he did, the third one was a trash fire. So, I will probably watch the James Gunn Suicide Squad just because I think maybe he probably fix that franchise. But even with the Snyder cut of Justice League, I'm blocked on DC stuff. They can do anime great, but when it comes to films, they still have a lot of learning to do from Marvel.
They have some good cartoons, yeah. I'll see it because, one, the Suicide Squad movie 1 was funny to me. Because I didn't go to it expecting a good movie. And it was a good, bad movie. It was funny. It was ridiculous.
But it was a bad movie.
They screwed up the Killer Croc amazingly by not choosing to do CGI. It was funny. They tried to do the makeup for a character that really needed to not be makeup. I mean, Killer Croc's supposed to be like friggin' 9 feet tall and like 6 feet wide.
I just like that they were like, "Hey, James Gunn, why don't you do the sequel to Suicide Squad?" And it's like, all right, but the sequel's not a sequel; it's a remake.
That works. Hey,
because that's what this is. This is not a sequel. It is a remake.
Okay, that works. That's even better. All I know is this: I have to see Suicide because I want to see Margot Robbie have to be in it, specifically after that damn Emancipation movie. I love it because you do know that if this is a remake, that essentially reboot that essentially uncanonizes, like almost uncanonizes the Harley Quinn movie also. And I love that. I take great pleasure.
They're calling it a sequel here, but several Suicide Squad. But several places have said, no, it's not really a sequel; it's a reboot. So
yeah, so I'm looking forward to it because I want to see her have to play with all these toxic males again.
Well, I mean, obviously some of the same characters that are in here were in the previous one, but they're completely different actors and
toxic males. She's got, look at all those toxic males.
All right.
I wonder if they're going to have a Joker. You know what? I think they're going to spring Joker in there, too, as a surprise cameo or a stinger. I don't think it'll be the crazy one we saw. I don't know about Joaquin. I don't think it's going to be Joaquin Phoenix or the bad Cholo Joker.
I mean, I think they said that originally. I don't know if it ever happened. They were getting him in there. But it was gonna be the same one from the previous,
but redone and not suck.
But slightly, I think, slightly different.
No, they could fix them. I felt like there was potential in what they were trying to do there. It's just they went a little too far in this weird Latino gangster version. Like, I felt like they should have split half the original Joker and half that instead of all this weird new Joker. And if they do that, they can fix this. And I want to see it. I think that the guy needs a second chance. I do. I still say that. I think that Joker needs a second chance. And with James Gunn, I think can make it work.
We'll see. All right. I think that's...
also, they need to make Static Shock, you racist bastards.
That's the DC update. Obviously, nothing about comics because, DC doesn't care about comics.
Dude, they gutted the DC Comics division. Like, who's going to make it? Is anybody left? I think it's Jim Lee and 3 other people. Like... They got gutted, man, after Gotham High. I still blame Gotham High. I think Gotham High was 50% of why that happened.
All right. Blood Axe, you want to give us a roll on the random encounters since
sure.
Since you're back? He's back.
Hey Siri, roll me a D20.
It's 16 this time.
All right. Expect the unexpected. Pick someone to go to 1 or you go to 20.
All right, Xena, go ahead and roll on the other table.
I should have known.
I'm you to roll that 18 on there, bro.
We really need you to roll that 18.
No, that's not it.
I can't wait. It's 17, you bastard. How dare you? How dare you put that on the list?
17. This is how Q lost his first Xbox.
You know how? You know how many other people that incriminates.
All right, let's.
It's something terrible.
All right.
Yeah, it was epic terrible.
No whammies.
It's embarrassing for a lot of people.
8. Crapumental. Mount Rushmore of video game. Trashmore. Mount Trashmore of video game sequels. All right. Mount Trashmore. So, I mean, that's 4, right? 4?
Yeah.
How long have we been out of school? I had to do it too. I actually went 1, 2, that's 4 or 5.
Have we added anybody? Has Trump got his own face up there yet? All right, I shouldn't have said that. My bad.
I mean, that would be a Mount Trashmore, but
all right, so let's see. 4 of video game sequels, bad video game sequels. I will say, now I'm gonna go back to I was a huge Zelda fan. I played the first Zelda, loved it. When the second Zelda came out,
I liked it.
Oh
no, go ahead.
It wasn't Zelda though, man.
Oh hell
it was
no!
So weird. Like they went such a different direction with what was that one called? Was that one the
Zelda 2? I can't remember. Was it Link's Awakening? No, that's a different. That was a Game Boy. But yeah, Zelda 2 was a side scroller that had nothing almost to do with the series.
Zelda 2, Adventures of Link. The Adventures of Link. The Adventure of Link.
I liked the game, but it was not Zelda. I will back you on that. It was not Zelda.
Yeah, no, man. I mean, I guess it just pissed me off so much because, like,
It was also very hard.
I mean, yeah, okay. I did play the game. I beat it. I beat it. All that stuff.
You beat it.
I beat it. Yeah, I beat it and everything. But at the same time, like when I first played it, I was angry.
I love levels so much. The fact that it had experience won me over. Because to me, this is one of the first action RPGs where you got experience, but you were actively fighting. So I love the concept of this action RPG.
Yeah.
But, like, I never thought of it as Zelda. Like, I forget that this is a part of the Zelda series.
It wouldn't deserve to be on Mount Trashmore if they would have called it anything other than Zelda.
Literally that. They could have called it anything other than Zelda on the box, and it would have been okay. All right, that's one. You got 3 more.
All right, so then let's see. After that, we've got Metroid on the Nintendo 64.
Is that the bad one where they made Samus like whiny and stuff? Is that what you're talking about? Because that was
that's
a
what
bad
with the
one.
3D shooter with it or whatever. I think.
Yeah. You're talking about Metroid Prime.
Yeah, that one pissed me off. It goes up there. Let's see. Next would be Final Fantasy X. That one pissed me off. That was because I mean all of these sequels are things that I really loved, and then they came out with something really shitty afterwards. And let's see. And then the last one that I'd have to have on my sequel, Mount Trashmore, would have to be Mass Effect 3.
Yeah, I've never seen somebody miss a landing like that. Wow, yeah. Good one.
So that's my 4. Zelda 2. Metroid Prime, Mass Effect 3, and Final Fantasy X.
All right, go ahead, Black, because I'm looking up the names of these games. Because unfortunately, like him, mine go way back, and I'm having to go back. I got a different Metroid, though.
Mine do as well. So my first one, and it was a game that I was really excited for, but unfortunately, when it came out, I actually played it maybe through the first chapter and turned it off and never played it again, and that was Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2. While the first one was kind of a reboot, and I enjoyed it for what it was, the second one was just miserably bad. I mean, the game mechanics were clunky, the story was confusing, it did not make any sense to me, so Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2 is definitely on my list. Going in the Wayback Time Machine, Duke Nukem Forever.
Oh, well, you went way back. Woo,
oh, yeah.
Good one.
But, I mean, that was just so bad. And I think I've actually read they're talking about remaking it, which is why would you even just bury it and leave it alone?
I don't know if they're remaking it. I know they're making a new Duke Nukem.
I thought I had read something. I may be wrong about that. Because I'm trying to still scrub the memory of my head. Then there's the Star Wars Force Unleashed 2. As much as fun as the first one was, it was how bad the second one was.
I know, and the first one was fun.
I don't think I finished the second one, to be honest with you.
Star Killer, baby.
I really don't think I actually finished the second one at all. No, I don't think I did. And the last one, just so I can start up Q for his rant, is going to be Last of Us 2.
Yeah, I can't put that on mine just because I didn't play Last of Us. I only touched on it enough, so I can't feel it's fair. I feel like I'm only going to put on there games that I followed the series. But good one. Here is mine. I got my first 3. I'm still juggling the 4th one, but right off of the bat, Halo 4. As a avid player of Halo, the first game that was made not by Bungie, the first thing that happened when me and Kitsune, my longtime wingman on Halo, we played through all the Halos, through all the levels of difficulty. We're talking about we did Reach, You know what I'm saying? We did ODST. We played all of them, man, all the way through to the highest difficulty, turned on skulls. We got Halo 4, and the second we turned it on, it was, this isn't Halo. It felt alien from the moment I pulled the gun up. And the engine was so clearly inferior and different that it felt like I went to Steam and downloaded someone's fan game of Halo that missed the mark. And it was a devastating blow because it let me know Halo's done. I said, Halo's done. It's over. And I tried to touch Halo 5. It still didn't feel just quite right. Mm-hmm. And that's why, while I love the look of Halo Infinite, I just don't have faith.
Was Halo 4 the first one after the whole Bungie Exodus thing?
Yes, it's the first one that wasn't done by Bungie, and you could immediately... Dude, the first firefight! I mean, that's bad. They couldn't even fool me for 10 seconds.
Sadly, I didn't follow the Halo series. Like, I really
That's why it was
such
a blow, because it
wasn't
actually
follow it.
Yeah, like I said, so this was a sequel, and then next, Metroid Other M. What they did to Samus's character, that's the one where they messed up her characterization. She was like weirdly like clingy and just not the Samus we knew. Blood Action, know what I'm talking about. Metroid Other M screwed up Samus's character.
I guess I'd given up on
violently.
Metroid by then. So.
It was bad. It was bad. And I mean, and the problem is that, yeah, the gameplay might have been pretty decent, but I'd go to Metroid for Samus and the gameplay. And if you screw Samus, then I don't care. I don't care past that. And I consider that to be the worst character. They took this strong female character and they made her very weak. And just, you could not believe the way they characterized it. It was horrible. I love the fact that even in Smash and stuff, they have rewrote that and put back the Samus we know. But, like, she was very unimpressive. Yeah, it was bad. The third one is not Final Fantasy X, because as bad as Final Fantasy X was, Final Fantasy X-2 was, like, take everything that you didn't like 10. 10-2 was an atrocity. It basically was a dress-up game where you dress up dolls and cute outfits. It was terrible. I mean, I played through that game because these bastards put the true ending to Final Fantasy X on the end of the sequel. You know how much is a true ending? They're walking around in their stupid dress-up outfits. They put everybody back in their original outfits for this, so that it looks like this is just footage they took off of the end of Final Fantasy X. And I played through it to get it. And I'm still hurting. It was bad. I don't know if I can look at myself sometimes in the mirror after that game, man. It was terrible. So, like, that was painful. And what's worse, they had the nerve to put the ending to the other game on it. I had to go and beat that game to get Titus back. That pissed me off. Because it was a terrible game. And worst of all, it was unfortunately long. The fourth one, I was bouncing around because there's been a lot of games out there. Like there was the Mega Man game where they switched to a weird RPG version for Mega Man X. I was a big Mega Man X fan. For a while, they switched to this top-down view, that 3D that I really liked. Then they went into a weird, I think it was Mega Man X Command Mission or something. And they went to an RPG turn-based style for Mega Man. That was bad. But ultimately, I'm going to give a shout-out to my boy Blood Axe here and say that Gears, man, which was the one that they did right after they stopped being done by the main team, the Baird one.
Judgment, yeah.
Judgment. I tried to play Judgment, and it was the same experience. I picked it up and said, yo, Kitsune, let's go. And I was like, okay, fuck this. And I got put the controller down and said, this feels terrible. This does not feel like Gears. They pulled a Halo 4.
That could have been such a good game because anyone that knows me knows Baird's my favorite character. Even when I play Engineer, I play Baird instead of Dell. Albeit Dell is superior in almost every way as an engineer, I'll play Baird because he's a smart ass. And I was so pumped, so excited, couldn't wait. The only thing I liked about Gears Judgment was the fact that he actually introduced the class system in Horde. That was and even then it was clunky and hard to use.
I know. I tried it. Like Kitsune called me back to try the multiplayer because I refused to play the campaign. I thought the game was terrible, and I got in and I said this sucks too, and I was done. But that is why I had not played Gears since Gears 3. is that game turned me off so much. And then since I kept going back to Halo like a dumbass, hoping that maybe the next Halo would be better, and then going, this is terrible, I just kind of assumed Gears was doing the same thing. And thus, I never came back until Game Pass.
You going to try this next Halo? I mean, we got another one coming.
Well, I mean, it's coming out on Game Pass, so I'll try it if it's on Game Pass. I mean, it's just something, dude. I only played Gears 5. Blood Axe knows I only played Gears 5 because it's on Game Pass, and then he plays it.
Yeah, I will throw out an honorable mention for the Trashmore, and that's Dead or Alive 6. You know.
Wow. Oh, God. If Jarek was here.
I know.
I can't believe that we plugged in DOA 5, and the game was so much better. Like, we didn't even know, it was Stockholm Syndrome. We had been playing DOA 6 so long that we didn't realize we were being abused, and we didn't know it.
We have a Wednesday night game night where me and Q and our buddy Jarek, we tend to play fighting games, and one of our big fighting games we used to love playing was DOA 5, and when DOA 6 came out, we switched over to 6, and it kept doing weird shit, and we finally was like, you know what, DOA 5 next time, and we went back to DOA 5,
and it was like,
and we're like, holy.
Characters
this is
that
fun
were
again.
Characters that were terrible were awesome. We're like, holy crap, is this character always as good? And we're like, no, DOA 6 just trashed a bunch of characters.
The only reason I didn't mention on my first one was because it's not a series that I necessarily followed, but something that started playing mostly to play with friends, you know?
Yeah. But I mean, the difference was so dramatic. Like, it was ridiculous how the quality, and I was like, because I mean, I stopped wanting to play Bass almost in DOA 6. Then I went to DOA 5, and I'm like, hell yeah. And remember, we were like, man, this Tengu seems to suck. No, she doesn't in 5. She's friggin' awesome. Every character was better. He was better. I was better. Everybody was playing better. They're beating me.
Smoother.
I know. I'm losing fights, and I'm having fun. I'm like, oh, okay, come on. Like, because they couldn't beat me on DOA 6 because they already had a disadvantage that the game sucked. So like they were having a hard time because the controls weren't crisp. So I'll give you a great honorable mentions there that DOA 6 is one of the largest drops in quality I've seen a fighting game do in a long time. In a very, very long time. Though another honorable mentions is that I'm seeing a lot of people go back to Mortal Kombat X from Mortal Kombat 11. I've noticed a reflux of people heading back. Though I think it's a combination of the more characters, though. I really think it's the roster. They have a big, cool roster. But I have noticed that people like Super, YouTuber Super, Maximilian Dude, and a few others have been sliding and playing a lot of Mortal Kombat X. And I think I even saw Sonic Fox back on there. So they're losing. Mortal Kombat 11 seems to be losing a little bit of their crowd, and they're kind of rolling back. So not as bad as DOA 5, though. There's like, wow. Mm-hmm. Like we sat up after we played it, and we spent almost an hour going off about how bad DOA 6 was compared to DOA 5.
So next topic we got is this is Q's he Chinese action game Black Myth Wukong is taking the internet by storm. So this is a new game. I'm gonna let you explain it since this is like your baby here for right now. Like,
in fulfilling a request made for me by a woman that's family, sister Mrs. Bloodaxe, I have a positive story. There has been a long time, I believe I explained it to Zeno as, not since Cyberpunk was announced have I been excited for a game like this. First of all, I'm a huge fan of the Journey to the West. The Legend of Wukong. I have seen every Wukong movie, even the terrible ones. You think I'm wrong? Pull one, and I'll tell you I've seen it. All the variations. I love the Monkey King. Big fan. I remember I told you about it. I read that one cultivation novel that really wasn't that good, but then I found out the dude had Sun Wukong's gene, and I finished the whole thing because I was just like, Wukong, Wukong, Wukong. Even though he was so racist against Japanese people, it was like. The author had some rough spots, but I muscled through it because I don't like any types of racism. But it was still good because it's Wukong. I'll consume even bad Wukong media. That's what I'm trying to say. But this game is an action RPG, and what I love about it is that I've described it as this is God of War meets Sekiro. And that's high praise because God of War God of War 4, as is known, was like one of our top games. Like, I sat and watched this dude play hours of it. That's how good it is. It's a game you can sit down and just watch somebody play and have fun. And then Sekiro, one of the tightest controlled, and is it Neversoft, the name of that studio's? NetherRealms? I think it's NetherRealms. The Dark Souls people, that did Sekiro. It seems to be a nice mix of these two games. Everything looks great. This is easily, to me, one of the few times I'm like, this is a game I'd pre-order. I like. Plus, what I love, pure gameplay. Pure. Look at that. Look at the bar down there. Look at that. I know you can't see me pointing. Yeah. Look at these. Look at these icons. Those are gameplay icons over there. This isn't a trailer. This is gameplay footage. So, first of all, gameplay. Second of all, tight combat. I see parries, dodges, arrow parries, side steps. Looks like the combat system is going to be deep and engaging. And on top of that, beautiful graphics. The voice acting is good. I know I don't speak Chinese, but I watch so much martial arts movies that I'm used to these tones and hearing them. Because I usually do subbed. I don't like dub. I like sub. Mm-hmm. And I can even tell the voice acting's good. I can tell the voice acting is good. Man, they show stealth modes here. This is him turning into Wukong. If you don't know, the Monkey King has the 72 transformations. He transforms into a bug for stealth mode. The combat, he can transform the enemies. He does the famous summons, the clones of himself. And they even showed scenes from the famous legend where you see him fighting against heaven at the end, where he charges the gates of heaven and fight not that heaven. The Jade Emperor's castle is charged, and he takes on all the soldiers. He's fighting an army. This is an amazing boss battle. The fur, like, if we play it live, we'll get dinged, but like the fur on that animal is amazing. The animal reacts. The boss, if you set him on fire, he'll shake the fire off or pat himself out. Really, this is no flaws to what I've seen. I can't make a single. The only thing I hope is that I didn't see anything that looked like experience, and I prefer progression through experience. I'm a grinder by nature, but even if it isn't, the Ryu Bang, the magic pole. And then the Wukong and the golden armor. This is the great sage equal to heaven. That's him in his full. He even did the eye glow, the fiery eyes. You can see I'm a big fanboy. But yeah, this is just an incredibly looking game, and I actually put this on my most anticipated game list. It is right up there with Cyberpunk for being the game that I would pay full price for this from what I've seen already. The only thing I'm worried about is that they only translate the intro talk. I'm really hoping this game's going to come with a full translation. But super excited, y'all. I mean, I haven't seen... This is action RPG like I like to see it. It looks hard, but not too hard. Like I said, it doesn't look Sekiro hard, but it looks harder than God of War. And honestly, God of War looked a little easy to me. Like, I kind of would have liked to see it. And it looks like it falls right in between the two. And I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, it popped up in my news feed as well, it looked really good. Like, I thought it looked really good.
And he's not even a fan of, Wukong, and he thought it looked good.
Yeah. I'm a fan of the style. I haven't actually necessarily been in depth with that particular
well, honestly, it looks like a good enough game. You don't have to. That's the cool part. It looks like you could enjoy it.
Well, I mean, it looks like you're playing through the legend, so I mean, you actually get a lot of the story there. And if it's a good game, it should be able to stand alone.
Yeah. For the nerds, it appears that this is after Wukong studied the Tao and got the name Wukong, because he already has the 72 transformations. But before he raged against heaven.
Well, I mean, and this is just a gameplay trailer too. You don't know how much cinematics I do before.
True, that could have been middle game we saw that gameplay.
That may go run through a lot of that stuff.
I did want to see the Peach Mountain. I did want to see his home.
Being there, like you said, there at the end, it jumps near the end of the story. So.
Well, the end of the main part, yeah. I think this first part isn't going to go into the Journey West. This is going to go into the big penultimate encounter. And that's smart, because then the sequel could be the second part where he beats Pigsy and Sandy and they head off to the Journey West. So they already have room for a sequel. If this cuts off there, I'm fine if this just plays through. The monkey is born from the stone, and then you go up to the legendary battle against heaven. and the penultimate encounter. That would be a perfect stopping point for me. Now we've lost Blood Axe. I went at all kind of weird legends and stuff, I know. But hey, Blood Axe, I tell you, if you go watch the gameplay footage, you'll be interested in this. It looks fun.
If you say so.
And then you had a second one you wanted to talk about as well.
More good news.
Thundercats on Hulu is getting rave Twitter reviews.
If you are a fan of the original Thundercats or the anime style reboot, it is on Hulu. It's doing really good. It's extremely popular. Mm-hmm. I love both. I thought they both were really good. The original Thundercats still holds up to me. But also, the reboot was an interesting retelling that almost, I would suggest you watch the original, then watch the reboot. They both have a lot of merit and are well done.
Well, a lot of people were, justified, I guess, the craziness of the current one because the 2011 revival didn't really do well. But at the same time, I think that had a lot to do with marketing. Like, I didn't even know there was a 2011 revival.
It was poorly marketed, and anime hadn't quite reached where it is now in America. Now, I believe, and what I'm really hoping is that this will spawn a continuation of the series.
I will say I was still married in 2011, so I didn't know a lot of good things were happening.
Like now the pulse on anime is a lot bigger to where people would probably feel that style a lot more. And what I love about this too is that Thundercats Roar is not on Hulu, so I love the fact that, and nobody's mentioned it, and I take a great joy in seeing the because it's a mocking of the original content, and I love it when they fall on their face. It's like, why aren't we making money? Well, maybe it's because fans of Thundercats don't like your show, and if they aren't a fan of Thundercat, they're not gonna give you money. They're not a fan. I don't know how people can't put this through their head. We're about to roll into this for Blood Axe. We're getting into Star Wars soon. How do you think you're going to make money if you run away the fan base and you think people that aren't fans are going to give you money? That's not how that works. You can't expect people to buy D&D that don't play D&D books. They're not going to buy the books and they don't play it. We're going to run off the D&D fans. Then where are we going to get our money from? From the right side of history. I don't know. It's just a dumb mentality.
Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and get you to roll random.
Negative, damn.
I know, right? How about you roll a random encounter? Maybe you'll be more positive with your random encounter.
Thundercats. Oh, hold on, man. That was for the people. You don't know about that. You did watch Thundercats. You should have watched Thundercats. You grew up.
Yeah, I watched.
Who was your favorite Thundercat? Panthro, man. Panthro was cool.
Panthro.
Yeah, you do it. Panthro was cool, man. Yours was Chitara, probably. You look like you were a young pervert. It was a perverted, man. She was cute. Cat girl fetish before we had got all the anime.
All right, 4.
Can we just get along? Give Zeno a hug.
Oh
no, we're into something horrible. You're on the wrong table.
Oh, thank God. Woo! All right, nostalgia goal.
I was going to get there deep too, man.
I know. I was like, wait a second. That
hands
doesn't
below
seem
the waist.
Right. Nostalgia goal. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie, buddy cop movie, or both?
It is not a buddy cop movie.
No, it's not a buddy cop movie because it's not about a duo, man. Die Hard is all about.
Now, the weird part is I've heard some very interesting theories about this that I know both of you won't know that is really messed up but amusing. First of all, I think it is kind of a Christmas movie.
Well, it's a Christmas movie. It takes place during Christmas.
Yeah, it's a Christmas movie. And it's funny. But the most interesting thing about that is, did you know that there is rumors that originally it was planned for the cop was supposed to be a reference to Carl Winslow? That was supposed to be Carl Winslow? And no. And you're forgetting his backstory. He shot a kid. So people were thinking that he shot Urkel for annoying him. And that was just hilarious. The actual thing about it supposedly being a reference to Carl Winslow is apparently got a little bit of actual, supposedly, there's some the backing in that one. That he shot Urkel isn't, but it is messed up that it's Carl Winslow and he shot a kid. That does make you think it was probably Urkel. I just thought that was hilarious when I heard that crazy theory that it's like, Carl Winslow shot Urkel, and that's why he doesn't like using his gun.
Now, I will say, to go against the grain a little bit, is it a Christmas movie? In the sense of Christmas movies, no, it's not really a Christmas movie. It takes place during Christmas. And as a dude who doesn't feel like watching Christmas movies during Christmas, it's the compromise. It is the compromise. Like, yes, I don't want to watch Is it A Wonderful Life or
Miracle on
Elm Street or no 24.
That's an interesting movie. I want to see Miracle on Elm Street. That's a good. I can't. That's gotta exist. Hold on, man.
It's probably a porno.
Why would it be a porno?
Because they do weird things.
It sounds like it should be a cheesy horror movie. Like, cheesy? That would be really odd. Like, of course, there's no official Miracle on Elm Street. Holy crap! There is a Miracle on Elm Street.
Is it a porno?
No. No, it's an episode of Family Matters.
Oh.
Weird. Why would Wow, it comes back to Family Matters again. How did we do that? Die Hard, man. The Family Matters ties. Yeah, no, it comes up as a Family Matter. Yeah, that must have been when he shot Urkel.
All right. Hi, I'm exploding for you.
Yo, what's up? I'm exploding for you.
All right, so
Carl Winslow shot Urkel.
What do you think, Blood X? Is Die Hard a Christmas movie, buddy cop movie, or both?
Well, if you check your phone, you'll see part of the answer right there. For those of you that don't have access to our chat feed,
it's not Christmas until I see Hans Gruber fall off of a plaza.
Call me Plaza. So yeah, no, it's a Christmas movie. We watch it every year along with Christmas Vacation. But no, I think it also falls under the buddy cop movie because of the repertoire between John McClane and the I can't remember the other cop's name from the movie, unfortunately. But just the
that's why it's not a buddy cop movie to me.
Yeah.
Well, I can't tell you who Eddie Murphy was buddy along with in 48 Hours, but that's a buddy cop movie too.
All right.
So anyway, but no, I do actually think it's more of a Christmas movie, but I think it does have buddy cop elements as well.
Yeah. I'll give you that it has buddy cop elements.
No, I disagree.
But I wouldn't call it a buddy cop movie.
I call it a Christmas movie. I stay on my ground.
Like
Carl did against Urkel.
Call it an action movie with Christmas and buddy cop elements.
I mean, who doesn't think and all a good night when they see Hans Gruber fall and it's like, there we go, little Timmy's gonna walk again now.
All right, so Blood Axe, Emperor Palpatine retcon revealed following.
Palpatine.
That's what it says.
Palpatine.
Following Star Wars Rise
You've
of
heard
Skywalker.
us say that name, and you
I
know. I know you know how that name goes. You've heard us say it too many times.
Does that mean I care?
Nah. Keep talking. You're gonna get that hug.
Oh, hey.
It's gonna be a from behind hug too. It's gonna be a creepy one. The arms wrapped around.
I will take links all throughout.
Hey, it's gonna gross me out too, but to make you uncomfortable, I'm worth it.
Blood X is talking about his article, man.
Oh, go ahead, Bucks.
No, I said keep it up, and I'll create links all throughout Random Encounters to number 4 on the Something Horrible list. I'm 4. Anyway, so quick question for you Star Wars geeks out there: does anyone know what Emperor Palpatine's first name is?
Ugly.
Nope.
Oh, wait a minute. You said his first name? Oh, dang it. If you had to ask me. Oh, my God. I remember. Oh, I can't believe it. You literally got me. I know it. Dang it. I promise I would have known if you had to ask. Go ahead, man.
Shiv Palpatine is his name.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, that's some deep trivia for you guys out there. Anyway, so I've been kind of following this story for about 4 weeks and didn't really want to bring it up until I actually got some more information on it. So it hasn't been officially announced, at least not that I've been able to find, that George Lucas is officially returning back to Disney as the head of Lucasfilm, at least temporarily until they actually find another permanent solution. But he's supposed to be mapping out the next 10 years of Star Wars. Now, one of which, and I find this extremely interesting, but he's basically taken the shitty hand he's been dealt based on what Kathleen Kennedy's trash fire has done to my beloved Star Wars, but trying to make it work within what is currently canon in the films. So what has been kind of leaked out, revealed, so to speak, is that the Emperor in the Return of the Jedi, that Darth Vader threw off the railing. Spoiler alert, by the way, in case you haven't seen Return of the Jedi. Actually, was a clone. He'd been experimenting with clone technology for a while now, with the full expectation of foresight through the Force that Vader would eventually turn to him, just like every Sith does. It's always the apprentice that destroys the master, and had been preparing for a while. So throughout the Return of the Jedi, and even communicating with him via hologram on The Empire Strikes Back, that really wasn't Palpatine. That was a clone communicating with him as he was still struggling to perfect the technology as far as the cloning process goes, to where basically at the end, when you saw the blue explosion of Force, that was his essence going from one body to the next on Exegol. Now, something else I found out interesting to go along with some of this as well is that they're looking at dabbing more into some of the Legends information. The stuff that Kathleen Kennedy said there's no books on Star Wars that tell them how to write Star Wars stories. Well, there you go, Kathleen. Anyway, so they're also looking at using this similar cloning technology to bring in Luke Skywalker, and I have a secondary link in case you want to share that with the chat group there, Zeno. And those of you that don't know who Luke with two U's is, that's basically Dark Luke.
Evil
what
Luke
they're
clone.
trying do what?
Evil Luke clone.
Yeah, basically, precisely. So they're looking at adding in some additional stuff from the Legends canon, or what's been longer been taken away as canon, and trying to re-engage diehard fans, those that have actually lived and breathed Star Wars for 40 years. So some of this stuff I think would be interesting if done well, and if George Lucas is going to be at the helm, I think it will be done well because he's the creator, he's the master. This morning I actually read some more something else where they're actually trying to make more sense of Snoke. Again, with the whole cloning technology, is that Snoke is supposed to be an attempt for Sidious to clone Darth Plagueis. So we may see some more information on that in the next coming months. But it does look like they have some really good ideas. I know with the Abrams cut coming out in 2021, I think it is 2022. They're also looking at remaking some of the elements of The Last Jedi to 3.5 hours, which, wow. But George Lucas is wanting to take Last Jedi and rewrite some of the Luke Skywalker scenes so we can dive better into the character. So maybe there's some pacification as why he was the way he was. So anyway, so with all these things in mind, I'm excited to see what can be done to salvage this burning dumpster fire that we have as far as Star Wars goes. But unfortunately, with the way that COVID the C word has shut everything down, it may be several more years before we actually see any of it come to light.
Yeah. I mean, I really preferred their whole wiping the whole series out of the canon, and I would prefer they did that, but they seem to be backing off a little bit on that. I'm still got my fingers crossed for them to eliminate that whole sequel attempt and just go. Now this really, what ties into this to back his story about the clone Luke is that that Mark Hamill signed over the rights to his image so that they can CGI it, use their technology to make it look like a young Luke. He's already signed that off. So They can now go in and put his face on anybody they want and do whatever they want with it. He's basically signed away his rights to Luke completely, even his face. Some people were upset about it. I don't know. I mean, with George Lucas coming back, he might have felt it was in good hands. But I do admit that now Luke Skywalker is completely out of out of anybody's hands now. It's absolutely owned.
Also, Disney was sort of strong arming him back when he didn't care for stuff in the past. So
he might have decided to buy out.
It may have been one of those things of this is my way out.
Punch the ticket. Here you go. Yeah, pay me the money and I'm out.
Yeah.
But this does mean that they can now put Luke Skywalker in and literally use Mark Hamill's face. And we've seen them do this. Like they put Leia's daughter actually played Leia, and they put the Carrie Fisher's face over the actress for that, for the young Leia. And now they'll be able to do that with Luke. They'll have full rights that it doesn't have to be. They don't need Mark Hamill. They can bring in John Cena and slap Mark Hamill's face on it and call it Buff Luke. You know what I'm saying? If they want to. I mean, they can. They can literally do that if they want to. They can. So there you go, man. They have essentially they own Luke Skywalker. They can do whatever they want with him now without even needing to respect Mark Hamill's face. Like they can take his face. Because the one thing that he did have as an actor is he owned his own face. Like you couldn't do a live action Luke Skywalker, and you couldn't do this. You couldn't go, we're gonna take his face and slap it on this guy. You'd have to get a new actor. But now they can do that.
And don't be surprised if that actually becomes more of a common practice because of a lot of the problems we're running into with, a lot of the movie studios being shut down and actors being afraid of the disease propagation. Disney is working on a technology to be able to CGI everything from actors looking as if they were performing themselves to the voices all the way through soup to nuts so they can keep churning out money. And in essence, content, whether it be for theaters or for Disney Plus. So it wouldn't surprise me to be able to see them go back and make a solo Star Wars film with a young Harrison Ford if he were to sign over his likeness and so on and so forth.
They say he's the next one on the list they're looking for. Sorry, but he is a target. Harrison Ford's image is one of the ones they're trying to get.
They're doing the Milli Vanilli.
Basically, yeah, and same thing with Indiana Jones. They're wanting to do another one. He's getting up in age. It's a popular franchise. It wouldn't be surprising for them to acquire that and maybe go back and do a young Indiana Jones, taking his likeness from American Graffiti or something like that, and rolling through some adventures that way.
I figured actors would be really afraid of this, though.
Because now dead actors just continue acting well on into history.
It's not just that. I mean, you stop needing the quality of actors as well because you're just CGI-ing it. So
you still need somebody to act the parts out that's got some competency.
It depends, because one of the things that concerns me is that you take away the actor's ability to be able to improv, get into character, change some of the lines based on how they feel the character would react. One of my favorite movie scenes is the "I love you, I know" from Empire Strikes Back. That was Harrison Ford on the spot saying, Han Solo wouldn't say this. He would not say "I love you too." He would say "I know."
Yeah.
If it would have gone as written, we never would have had that scene. As opposed to, okay, Harrison Ford signs over his likeness, and now Disney does, and they do protect their property well for the most part, so they should still be successful, but you won't have some of those off-the-cuff moments, especially some of the comedy films that we've seen where actors just, like Robin Williams was a genius at just coming up with stuff on the spot. Absolutely brilliant content. You're removing that from the equation. So that's one of my biggest concerns is some of the ingenuity that we have with some of these actors. But from a content perspective, I would trust Disney more than I would trust most of the other studios to do well by the character. So having Mark Hamill sign over his likeness, okay, I can see that because he also understands that Kathleen Kennedy, who just ruined his legacy, is kind of, off doing her one little side project. George Lucas coming back in with Jon Favreau and Kevin Feige as the head over the film division. So I think there's a lot of upside right now for Star Wars. So it wouldn't make sense for it, but we'll see what happens when the content actually comes out for us to watch.
Good old Favreau, man. If there's any hope, it's him. He seems to be the only person that kind of wants Star Wars to not suck. Well, him and the investors.
Well, I mean, he worked with George Lucas on Clone Wars for years, so he understands the lore of Star Wars and the fan appeal to it. So you saw The Mandalorian. That was the first Star Wars thing we've seen since Rogue One. So with what it's coming out in October for season 2 of Mandalorian. So I hold out hope that there may be a light at the end of the tunnel.
Are we going to do an honorable mention of like that stuff we were talking about with it seems like Kathy's trying to get back into the Star Wars graces. She's been popping up on a lot of media, trying to worm her way back into control.
I don't want to give her any publicity because, you know, my feelings for her have been very well documented on this show for the past year and a half, 2 years. And if George Lucas has any kind of intelligence above an 8, which we saw the intelligence of 8 on Friday night, he's not going to let that happen.
Hey, it's their fault if they don't watch the show. They don't know they're being insulted.
You don't know about that show. No, Kathleen Kennedy made a promise, George Lucas, to take care of his franchise, to take his story treatments and see them through. And basically, she set him on fire and gave him the finger. No, he's not going to let her come back in. Once her contract is up, she's done. Actually, it surprised me that they actually terminated her contract and pay her off just to go off in the distance before that even happened.
Then she becomes J.J. Abrams' problems, from what you told me.
Yes.
That fool's willing to let her wreck
Mike
his...
Zero on YouTube, and it's a free plug for Mike Zero. That was one of the things he was discussing, is that J.J. Abrams has already signed or have a tentative agreement that once she's let go from her contract with Lucasfilm, that she'll come to Bad Robot and make even crappier political movies that's going to be completely just unwatchable.
And after what she did, because I liked The Force Awakens, and after what she did to poor J.J. Abrams, after he's like, all right, I've set up all these cool plot points, and her and Rian Johnson said, well, do we have a surprise for you? Why would you want her in your company? You know she wrecks stuff. She goes in and she ruins legacies.
Yeah, Luke was on the mountaintop, these massive boulders floating by the Force in the air, just completely exhuming Force power. Rian Johnson's like, yeah, well, you know, I don't want him to have that. I want him to be completely castrated. So we're going to take that away from him. And they had to go back and fix the film. And JJ was like, whatever, you know, I'm done. And then Rian Johnson burned it to the ground. JJ, can you come back and maybe try to fix some of this stuff for us, because we fouled up anyway. So
all I'm going to say is
you would even bring her on board to begin with.
Look, but that's what they did was shown in the first scene. The very first thing they did is they said, "Oh, that's an interesting story you got there." Like that's literally they took that story. Like they showed you. They said, "Hey, you like Star Wars?" Eh? And then from there, it was just a F you. To me, Holdo could just be replaced by a large middle finger with a wig on the tip of it. That's all she was. She was just a walk. Every time she come on camera, it was just a, hello, Star Wars fans. It's like, Poe, we like Poe Dameron, right? Hey, Poe, Like all she was is a walking middle finger to like everything. It was amazing.
All right, well, I guess we'll wrap up with that finger there, and we'll go to our last random encounter, and then we'll end the show. Let's
finish us off, Zeno. Can you land? Can you stick the landing?
I'm just gonna try not to roll 18. You know,
don't roll 17 either. It's gonna be bad. My Rebecca speculations have gotten far worse.
Yeah.
18. You did it to yourself. Yeah! This is the best moment. You did it to you stuck the landing right up your own bum. The boy buggered himself, y'all.
Why?
You did it to yourself. You can't even blame anyone. You can't. With your big white die. Well, Zeno, tell us about your slimy animals.
What is it? Okay, Zeno's slimy animal. Zeno's skin change. Do you secrete mucus, slime, or ink?
Which one do you want to emulate? Which one do you think's the most useful?
I mean, out of those three, I guess ink. At least I can write shit. I don't know,
cephalopod,
man.
Like, is it cephalopod?
I mean, mucus just is disgusting. Slime, I'm
slightly acidic. The slime, you know.
I'm not on Nickelodeon.
If you ever touch a snail's trail, it actually is unpleasant. Like, it'll irritate your finger.
I can do that fad that's going on. You know, they've got all those people now on social media that are stripping naked, covering themselves with paint and making pictures. I won't even have to cover myself. I'll just do like ink blocks of my ass and say fuck you, Clinton.
I really thought you were gonna. I really thought you were gonna go with the ink of wanting to be able to secrete your own tattoos.
Oh shit!
Wow,
Why
you
did
missed
I go
that.
there?
Wow, I mean, whoa, you gave him an out. I was
you
thinking you were gonna
did.
be like, watch me manifest new tattoos
Damn
on my
it.
skin. Boo! Look at that. You failed.
I failed. I did.
Because I'm up here looking at the tattoos on you. We're going like, oh, secrete ink. Yeah, he's gonna. Hey, especially if you can change them every day, man. New sleeve.
Son
every
of a
week.
bitch! I failed as a
Tattoo fan
I
and a
failed at
biker.
life. I don't know, man. Like
when he said ink, I was so sure the next thing he'd be like, so I can, and then it's like, instead he's like, I can show my ass on Twitter.
I was so annoyed.
You're
because,
so thrown off.
because we've rolled 18 so many shows now.
He's had to replace it quite a few times.
That
Yes.
I didn't take the out that Blood Axe gave me.
Blood Axe, good one. You got him. You
Yeah.
gave him ink as an option, and he flubbed it. And you're
I
both
did.
tattoo guys. Oh,
I mean,
I was
damn, Blood
you
Axe.
didn't see me over here just looking at you, just going like, what
Sorry,
is he
Blood
talking
Axe.
about?
You gave me an out, and I didn't take
You can't
it.
say he didn't give you
Yeah.
a decent option. He gave you one. He went mucus, slime, I'll throw on ink. And then we're both sitting here listening to you, and we're like, where is he going with this?
All right, y'all guys got anything to say about this, or can I end the show now? Because now I'm just done.
Is the
I
title
screwed
of this
up.
episode now Zeno failed in life? Zeno ink failure. We're like, what can I do with ink powers? I could put my bum on the internet with it blocked out with ink.
Yeah. I was so busy being an asshole.
Blocked out, asshole. Blotted out.
Blotted out.
Just stop and think about the question. You might actually have some fun with these.
And when I saw ink, I didn't think that was even fair. I was like, oh, that's not fair. You threw him a good bone there. I'm like, ink.
Yeah, I failed.
Yeah.
Damn it. All right, guys.
Put a
Thanks
smile
for
on my face.
thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Be sure to check out Blood Axe on Twitch, as he streams a lot of games on there throughout the week. Of course, check us out every Sunday at 3:30. You can also check us out on YouTube. Like and subscribe there. Even if you don't watch there, you watch somewhere else, go to YouTube and go ahead and like and subscribe.
The update to Grounded's going to be coming up soon. And if I know Blood Axe, we probably will be streaming that live as soon as we jump on it. So do expect to see some live streams of the new content where we're going to roll out the air. We're going to roll out the tree fort and go hunt us down some bees and whatever else they put in the game. Our boy Mags might be joining us. Hopefully we'll be able to get Kitsune to come in on PC. We fired Zeno because he won't play with us. So we replaced him with Kitsune. What? You know you don't play well with
That's
others.
fine. I'm good with that. Yeah. So other than that, be sure to like and all that stuff on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You can go to Dicejunkies.com to
Discord.
check out the links to everywhere we are online, and
Some kind of bell of notification must be struck.
yeah, all that good stuff. All right. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, we hope you enjoy.